So, good afternoon everyone. This is another educational video for the people doing the sprint challenge with me, but for everyone who wants to see the video, everyone who's live now. I'm going to be a little far, so I won't be able to see who's logged into the live, but welcome everyone. So today we're going to talk about pushing exercises. We're going to begin with bodyweight exercises for this series, at least for 3 more live that I'm going to share. I'm going to be doing bodyweight exercises or things with exercises with things you have at home. Now for pushing exercises, when we're going to build a workout, this is specifically for the people doing the challenge, you're going to build a horizontal push and a vertical push. When you're talking about low upper body, a horizontal push is anything that you're pushing in this angle, like to the front, right? A vertical push is anything that you're pushing up over your head. We're going to do 2 variations of push-ups. The main goal is going to be doing the regular push-up. If you're not there, I'll give you some regressions to get there. And I give you 1 additional progression for each goal exercise. The other goal exercise is downward dog push-ups. So that's going to be the one for vertical push. We're going to start now with the horizontal push. I'm going to start with the basic one, which is the push-up. A regular push-up is done like this. I'm going to put this a little bit to the side so you can see my whole body. Your arms are about shoulder width apart. Your feet extended, legs straight. Try to make sure that your body's not collapsing. Lats are engaged. That means that this muscle right here is active. Don't let don't push out when you're doing the push-up. You're keeping this active, and then as you go down, the elbows go down like 45 degrees. Chest is really close to the floor, but a fist away. And then you push back up. When I push back up, I like to externally rotate. That means that the elbows move like this. See that? So you go down 45 degrees and up, and that's a push-up. A lot of people cannot do this. That doesn't mean that you cannot do push-ups. You just have to do a simpler version. So I'm going to give you 3 regressions, and in between that you can build a lot. The first regression is going to be a kneeling push-up. Be aware that a lot of the times when people are doing kneeling push-up, they tend to raise their butt like this. Your butt should be low, your abs should be active when you're doing this. You're just taking the weight of the legs out of the push-up, but you're doing exactly the same thing you were doing before. You're going down, elbows 45 degrees, go back up, elbows externally rotate, exhale on the top of the movement. Too hard? That's fine. If you, like most people, have 2 chairs at home, you can do an easier version of this exercise. The version with arms elevated will be like this. You put 2 chairs, the hands are on the chair, your body's up, once again straight, don't let your body collapse and raise your butt up. If you're afraid the chairs will move, you can put them against the wall. However, a good way to know if you're doing this properly is to not have them against the wall, because a lot of people will tend to push the chairs like that. That means that this muscle right here, the lats are not active. So you're going to try to keep the lats active as you go into this modified version of the push-up. Break 90 degrees on the elbows and go back up. So say that this is still a hard version for you. And I have clients that have a hard time doing even that type of push-ups. An even easier version can be doing it on the wall. So the wall version of this push-up requires your body to be straight. You go down into breaking 90 degrees and go back up. Same mechanics on the shoulders, alright? Now, as I told you, I'm going to give you a few regressions and 1 progression. If you want to make the regular push-up harder, there's a lot of things you can do. However, since we're working body weight, the easiest things to do right now is to elevate your feet. You get a chair, you elevate your feet. And then you go down, just like before, for an elevated push-up. And that's the horizontal version of the push. For the vertical push, what we're going to do is a downward dog push-up. That means that you're doing a push-up, but you're pushing overhead. So in order to make that happen with your body and without any weights, you're going to raise your butt, as I told you not to do before, so that your head ends in between your shoulders. See, my ears touch my shoulders. And then from here, you go and you get as close to the floor as possible. Press up and finish with the head up. Then raise your butt as high as possible. And that's the downward dog push-up. The two versions can be done also on the chair, in which case I will tell you to pin them against the wall. And on the wall as well, it should look like this. If the horizontal version of the push-up was with your butt low, in this occasion you're going to raise your butt and then you're going to bring your head in between the chairs and push out. If that's still too hard, do it on the wall. Hands on the wall, still pushing over your head. Bring the head down and back up. This should be doable by any person, unless you have a shoulder injury. Now, as I told you, I was also going to give you one progression from the goal exercise. Our goal exercise for the horizontal push is going to be the downward dog push-up. And like in the push-ups, you can elevate your feet too and do an elevated version of the push-up. You can actually put your feet on the wall, and that's a really hard version of the push-up, doing handstand push-ups. Alright? But in this version, what we're going to do is that we're going to put the feet on the chair, raise your butt, then with your butt, how your head goes in between the arms, push overhead, make sure that your arms land at the side of your ears. A lot of people are going to do this when they push up. You want to push overhead because you're trying to do a horizontal version of the push-up. Nothing wrong with doing that. I'm just trying to teach a straight up horizontal version and a straight up vertical version. Training the shoulder in all the angles is a great thing for the shoulder. You want to strengthen all the angles. Exercise is specific. Whichever angle you train is the angle you're going to get strong at. However, for this challenge and for this educational video, I'm going to tell you to learn those two versions and find the one that is good for you. Alright, thank you so much. Let me see who joined, if anybody did. Thank you to anyone who joined. And I put that in Facebook and I put it on YouTube too, so people can see it in any platform they can have access to. Bye.